Welcome back to the channel for another Lego build. It's finally time. It's finally time for another big lighting upgrade. If you've watched this channel before, I love Lego light kits. They really help build the passion, and especially with my city, they've really added a lot of depth to it. Now we have some lightsabers that light up, some Harry Potter lights, and today's going to be the second biggest lighting project I've ever done. I'll argue third because the Daily Bugle, while shorter, had a lot more windows and a lot more room for error. Today we're lighting up Barad-Dur from Lord of the Rings. Obviously this is the brand new Barad-Dur set. It retails for $460 and it is an absolute monument to all of that is nerdy. And it sits right behind me. So this is part of the battle of the I'm recording this at like midnight, so I'm still drinking espresso. That's how you know you're finishing up your vacation strong. But essentially we are lighting up Barad-Dur, and I did the Brixmax kit, which is pretty much what I use for most of them, either Brixmax or Light My Bricks. There might be another brand out there that people like a little bit more. That's all up to you guys, but this is one of the two brands that I particularly recommend. Not sponsored or anything, they're just really easy to handle, and the instructions are mostly decent. You know, the Avengers Tower notwithstanding, every time I look at that, it's beautiful, but my god, were the instructions rough. So, like I said, today we're lighting up Barad-Dur. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to have another huge lighting piece in the office, and I think it's going to look incredible. The light kit itself retails for $80. I got it on Prime Day. I think a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it was Prime Day. I literally left for vacation like the day before Prime Day, so as we're driving to New York, I'm like ordering Legos on my account, or Lego lighting kits, and she's just giving me the look. She goes, "What, you're going on vacation?" I'm like, "Yes, Prime Day." I literally had lighting kits like in my cart ready to go just in case they went on sale, and thankfully they did. So this is gonna be a pretty big project. As always with lighting kits of this size, I always recommend cut your teeth on something easier, do something small. If you hate lighting kits on a small scale, trust me, be happy you didn't get into the big ones, because the Avengers Tower, the Daily Bugle, both very much tested my patience as a Lego builder, and I have over 500 sets of experience and about 30 plus of lighting kits, plus some custom work and stuff like that. So I always forewarn, lighting kits are not for everybody. They look amazing, but they are incredibly difficult to actually get down and hone your skills in, and I make plenty of lighting mistakes every day. It's what I do. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another Lego build. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you at the end of the build, folks. An absolute unit. I had to back up quite a bit just to feature this whole thing in one breath, and my god, is it beautiful. I will turn off the lights, and I'll turn off the tripod real quick just to give you a sense of how bright this is. That is the only light in my entire room except for my keyboard, which does nothing. It is obscenely bright, and since it is a warm light and orange, my camera's having a ton of trouble actually like picking up a lot of the light, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit awkward. In terms of difficulty, I don't think it was as bad as like the Avengers Tower or the Daily Bugle, because you could actually get pretty creative and hide a lot of these cables, and since they're black, obviously the background, I can see wires because I know where they are, but you guys won't be able to see any from here. Now, in room number one, I ran into an issue, and if you're building this, depending on the batteries that you use, this is important. They recommend, and I do so even on smaller sets and like custom work, I always have a port and a battery pack or something to test every light for the most part once I get to a specific point. So like every room, every custom feature, I'm always testing out the lights and a port just to make sure that's working properly. With this set, I had to rip up a bunch of the tiles in the inside 3 times because they were so dull the minute one light turned on. And I had no idea what was wrong, and so I ended up ripping out all the lights in the lava inside. They're not lights that you're ever going to see because I don't display the inside of this set, so at the end of the day, it's not really breaking my heart that they're not there, but it was all because the batteries that I used, the rechargeable ones, weren't strong enough for this set. So Just want to put that out there. If you're building a lighting kit like this, try to invest in like a battery pack, like a little USB one. They're honestly your best bet, and you can actually see how bright they are. This is running off of the entire battery that runs my city, so this is going to be very big brightness, but I'm going to basically just have a USB battery pack that'll be batterying this, probably just powering this by itself. That's kind of the best bet because this is a massive light kit, and as you can see, it illuminates the entire room. You're not seeing it wrong. The little flames and torches actually blink. They're supposed to look like flicker effects and fire, which looks fantastic. Now let's take a better look at each individual room, and then let's see what it looks like behind me. Alright, I'm going to be shooting this with just the tower itself. I kind of want to see how it gets. If you see my battery off to the side, this is the unit that I use to power every lighting kit on that side of the room, which is basically everything. So these work out really well. The power inverter is like 50 bucks, I think, and the drill battery, it really varies. If you're looking to invest in like cordless drills and saws or just the system, honestly, I'm preparing to buy and it sounds ridiculous now, come Black Friday and Thanksgiving sales, I want to invest in like 6 of these batteries, buy like a full charging port just to continue to power this entire room because it is really nice. And obviously you have to charge those batteries, but in my eyes it is a little bit more efficient than running a power cord to an actual wall outlet. All the stress is on a battery and it works out well. It's been the better part of a year with it now, and it powers my city, no issue at all. This one actually is one of the newer ones, so it has like a gauge in front, but I can talk about that a little bit more in a future video too, once I have like a full year or two with it, just to show you how it works. Now the bottom floor, the lava in here was supposed to be lit up. Like I said, it doesn't really take away anything in my eyes, just because I'm not really going to see it, so it didn't bother me too much. But we have strip lighting up above. The lava into the forge is a really nice touch. They did some really nice lava work, and they kind of set it up that I can do custom work on this as well in the future, which I'll explain in a bit. We have 2 flickering torches back here. Ran the wires through the best I could. You do have some hodgepodges in here. I didn't secure them very well. I usually don't, especially because I want to do some custom work with lava in the future on the outside. So I kind of left them just a little exposed, but that side's up against the wall, so it doesn't really bother me. Then you can see a couple torches on each side that are flickering, as well as some strip lighting in both rooms. This one is much darker, and when you open it up for the polenta, you can actually see that it illuminates that room. So very, very cool. Now, I'm going to move you guys up a little bit. We can take a better look at the top portion of this build. Here's what like, it's obscene. Look how bright this thing is. These lights, these strip lights are insane. This was the previous light. Big difference. Big difference. Now to hide the wires in front, they are kind of draped around the side. I actually added some 2x2 dark gray bricks to the little Frodo, Sam, and Gollum thing that I've worked on there, and it hides them pretty well. In here, we just have a single dot light that is going to be illuminating them, and you can obviously see those massive strip lights, and then the actual little unit back here. Now this wire, I think I was supposed to hide better. I kind of forgot until the very end, and you know, a couple cables in here. I ran my own separate ways. Again, if I want to allow for some custom work in the future, that's why I left it. Now, in terms of customization, I would not bother with these little torches unless you're really going all out for the inside of your display. Not necessarily worth it, and they're going to be extremely hard to light up. These flickering torches are held on by God will at this point. Obscenely annoying and difficult to try and get these to actually stay on. One of my strip lights has now fallen down. You see, you guys get to see the fun portion of this, fixing things. Essentially, the adhesive in these, some of them were a little bit weak. That was kind of one that I was looking at, and you know, it popped off in the middle of the video, so there we go. This room is just tough to work in with those sketchy little doors and everything. There we go. So yeah, sometimes your strip lights fall off, just monitor them. You're pretty good from there. I want to light up the lava down in front eventually. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be very difficult, and honestly, pretty expensive to try and do it. So I'm going to get a little bit farther with this project first before we do any custom lighting. And obviously, once the black gate set is in, then we can really start playing around with like texturizing details and stuff like that. But for now, I am really happy with this. Now let's put it in the back of the room, check out the entire display, and then we'll go from there, folks. Well, there it is. When I built Barad-Dur, and it's one of my favorite sets of all time, one of my favorite builds, and Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite franchises. I said that it was intimidatingly big. I don't know how much I'm on camera right now. To be honest, who cares? Barad-Dur is behind me. This scene is going to be amazing. If this is any way, not to start it, but to really start the details, I am so excited for this. Now, I've backed up pretty far. I'm trying not to be too far away so you guys can't tell, since the only lights I have on are my city in the background and Barad-Dur there, but wow. This is the first I've obviously seen it in there. I didn't try this out beforehand. I like to do everything live, reactions, and I love it. That is insanely wicked looking. And, the Fell Beast flying in front of it, I would like a better system than those trans-clear columns, but for now, they're definitely just doing their job. And it's amazing. I think the Black Gate will be the only other piece lit up. Maybe, no, that's probably it. Because it was a day battle, there weren't torches or anything, so I think adding lights to the front of it when I do some custom lava work, and this is ways down the road. I'm just trying to, talk about some of the things in the future here, but this, I love it. I genuinely love it, and the fact that I can almost light up my entire office by Legos now is pretty cool. I don't even have all of them on. Like, for instance, the lighthouse and everything actually aren't on. I doubt it's going to make a difference, but they are run by battery pack. Yep, barely any difference. I noticed like a slight one being turned on, but when the second portion of the city gets lit up, the castle, the rest of these Lord of the Rings sets, and all of Harry Potter, and then maybe even some of the castles down the side. Once this custom lighting starts, this whole room is going to be illuminated without any ounce of room lighting. Just my tripod for reviews, but thank you guys so much. I hope the night video turns out okay. I'm not entirely happy with how my phone or GoPro shoots at night, but it's something to learn. I don't exactly do it too often, but for projects like this, I just want to, accentuate how bright it is. Some brightness check here. There is with the tripod. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another LEGO build. This was awesome, and lighting kits really test you. Patience, financially, skills, all that good stuff. But the fact that I'm sitting here, I can't see a wire, and I can't see the battery pack powering this thing because it's not my drill battery. It's actually a battery pack behind it. I left enough of a gap in the back for the battery pack, so good on me for building it up a little bit. I was hoping to build a back for this, but I just don't have the space in here without sacrificing too much of the battleground. But eventually, I know Brick Artisan has a backing for this, and I want to build it in full tower, full everything. So that'll be awesome, but that is, when we move and have a bigger LEGO room and all that good stuff. But for now, it's looking awesome. It's looking bad, and I love it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Check out the rest of my lighting playlist and follow along for the huge project that will be the very expensive and very awesome Battle of the Black Gate. And last but not least, follow me on Instagram. It's going to be awesome. And if you want any of the displays in the background, I do have a checkout link. Just use my user tag Spatzicus in Etsy. Then you can save 10% off any of those orders. I'll have the shop located in the description below. As of recording this, he actually we reached out to each other, and he's the very first company to actually give a discount code for my creator channel. So it's been a very awesome day, and I'm glad I can commemorate it with this build. And it's a very exciting time for the channel and life, and it's a great time. So thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.